I'm gonna make a video today. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I disappeared off the face of the earth for a good few months. I started this channel when lockdown was hitting, and look at it now. I haven't uploaded a video in months, but I'm back. Talking about something completely different. I'm gonna talk about tattoos. So, I have 3 of them. I have one on my chest. I have one sort of a dagger over here, over there, on my tricep, and I also have a big winged jaguar going down my arm. There's lots of things to get into when it comes to getting your first tattoo. You know, there's lots of things you need to think about and lots of things that you need to get sorted. One of the main ones is doing your research, and this should really be the first step in you getting a tattoo, is knowing what you want and who you're going to get it from and where you're going to get it. So when it comes to who you're going to get it from, there's lots of things to take into account. You want to find someone who does the style you want, specializes in the style you want, and also kind of speaks to you artistically, because there'll be loads of artists that do your style, but there's always going to be that one that stands out to you that little bit more. Maybe it's the way they use certain colors, you know. Maybe it's they have a certain even humor about them that you like, and you could ask for them to try and incorporate that into your tattoo. Everybody's got their own kind of thing that they like. But do your research. You don't want to end up with something that you have and then you thought, oh damn, I wish I'd got that, when you see another artist. And you don't want to rush into it, because if you rush into it, you're not going to end up with something that you want to keep on your body forever. You're just not. Which is the whole point of a tattoo. Make sure you're getting something you love and that you've thought about from an artist that you've thought about, and preferably you've gone to see them, because a tattoo is like any other procedure, like even surgical procedure. You want to make sure it is clean and sterile. If a tattoo gets infected, it's not a good time. It's really not a good time. I wouldn't know, I've never had it, because I'm a very sensible young man. But if it does happen, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to completely ruin the tattoo. It's going to be incredibly painful. It's painful enough without it being infected, you know. Make sure where you're going is clean, professional. You know, it's just basically everything that you'd expect. Just make sure it's all above board and perfect for you. Good artist, good place. Now for the position on your body. I'd say if this is your first tattoo, get it, ideally, if you specifically want one tattoo, and it's not an easy place, let's say you specifically want an elbow tattoo, which is what I'm going to get next month, for example, and that's all you want, then that's okay. You don't force yourself to have another tattoo to get a feel for it, but overall, I'd recommend, if you plan on having a few, picking a relatively meaty, fleshy, low nerve part of your body to just get a feel for it. Tattoos hurt. At the end of the day, they do. Anybody who says they don't is trying to act tough. It's just the way it is. Something like your thigh, biceps not too bad. Where else? I can't think of anywhere else really at the moment. I think thigh and bicep would probably be the 2 that stick out to me the most. The worst places would be something that's really against the bone with a lot of nerves. So something like the hand or the foot or the elbow. Because I hate myself, I'm having that done next month. But you really want, you know, ideally to get a feel for it. If you go to get your first tattoo, what happened to me, I don't know how common this is, I couldn't tell you, is my artist did like a tiny line and then stopped and asked me how it felt to sort of give me a feel for it. It was the tiniest little line. I mean, I could have stopped. It wasn't that bad really. That's the thing. It hurts, but it's a perfectly tolerable kind of pain. It can feel like, if you own a cat, perfect. If you own a cat, you're sorted, because it oftentimes feels like cat scratches. It can sometimes feel like sandpaper. It kind of goes up though. I mean, people have described it to be like a blowtorch. People have described it to be like really intense burning, like wet fire. Um, it differs from person to person. What some people find not that bad, others might find to be incredibly painful. And that also goes with parts of the body. It's not 100% a case of this is the worst place and this isn't. It differs from person to person. That's just the way it is. Another thing is, think about it before you get it, about whether it's really going to fit with who you are. And what I mean by that is particularly jobs, lifestyle, and things like that. I wish we didn't live in a world where people are discriminated because of tattoos, but we do. That's just the honest truth. Although I hate it, there's no point denying it, because it's the truth. I'm sure I've been judged. I've not really had a specific moment where I've noticed being judged because I have tattoos, but I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure people have given me that weird look who don't like tattoos. And I will say that this is improving. Attitudes towards tattoos are changing a lot, which isn't a bad thing. It's a very good thing. But if you're doing a job, say in teaching or sales or something like that, you can still get tattoos. Don't get me wrong, but you need to be able to cover them. I'd say the maximum I'd go would be maybe a sort of half sleeve, maybe going to just beyond the elbow. And what that means is you can wear a long sleeved shirt, but you also have the freedom of rolling it up, for example, or I don't know. Or get another even better option if you've got a very non-tattoo accepting kind of job, maybe, is you can wear a vest under a shirt and say have a chest tattoo. Cover it up completely. And you're set. Though I wouldn't let it limit you completely on getting a tattoo. Life's too short. Be who you want to be. Get what you want to get. Don't ask other people, which is another thing. Don't ask friends what you should and shouldn't get, because it is your body. I cannot stress that enough. What one person likes, another person hates. We've all got these things that we don't like. I like, for example, Japanese sleeves. Now, Japanese sleeves are very, very... They cover everything. It's not a case of you'll get a few little things all about. It's a continuous pattern that almost blacks out an entire section with bits of colour, bits of black. But I think it's absolutely beautiful. Many other people would say that's far too much. I don't like that. That's far too excessive to have as a tattoo. I like traditional. Some people don't like traditional. Some people might say, I don't know, it looks stupid and cartoony, but it's, every person's different. Get what you want to get. Your happiness is what matters the most here. This tattoo is about you. It's not about your friends. Don't take them with you on a tattoo day. Don't do that. Oftentimes an artist won't let you in with them because, an artist has put all this time working away to get you that particular design, and you don't want a friend to come in and say, I don't like that, I think you should change this, and it's not even their body that it's getting put on. That's the worst situation for both you and the artist, and it doesn't create a good atmosphere. Keep friends out of it, go alone, get it done. Chat to the artist about what you want and what you like to get the best result. Another thing is, tattoos are a bit of a commitment when you get them, if that makes sense. When you are actually getting it done, you will be lying there or sitting in a weird position for a good few hours. I think this one took, I don't remember now, 5-6 hours. This one took probably about 8. The dagger, I don't know how much. The dagger wasn't that long. The dagger was maybe 1 or 2 hours. But you are sitting there in tattoo pain for that amount of time. There are bits which are better. Now, I've noticed, particularly after about the first hour, it goes a bit numb. And that numbness, I'm very lucky. I think it's different for some people. That numbness, for me, lasts quite a long time. It lasted, when I got this done, it lasted until about the last couple of hours. So that's a good 5 hours of not that bad. It depends on the person. It really does. but for most people, you'll get a sort of numbing sensation after a little while. And after that, you have the whole aftercare process. Now, the aftercare process isn't something I want to get into too much, but I'm going to sort of cover it briefly just in case someone's on here thinking, I didn't get told by my artist what to do, I don't know how to look after this. It's very, very simple. It's like an open wound. If you think of it like an open wound, you'll be fine. With a few differences. So, don't submerge it in water. Not a good idea. Don't do that. You can have showers, yeah, but don't like put it in like a body of water. So if you've got a bath and not a shower, for example, that's something you'll need to think about. Don't go swimming. Don't go to the beach and swim in the beach, whatever. It will need to be cleaned 3 times a day for about the first week, maybe a bit more. It really depends on how you heal. You'll want to clean it 3 times a day for the beginning at least. The first couple of days, it will be pretty raw and pretty sore. I might have a few pictures, which I will put up now if I do. You know, a few days after that, it'll go really scabby, really itchy. It'll completely scab up. Once it's completely scabbed over, that will kind of go away. It might remain itchy for a few more days, but you're sort of over the worst of it at that point. You know, you've got to, every day, and after you clean it, I forgot to mention this, you need to moisturize it. What I use, it's Bepanthen's sort of nappy rash cream. Sounds weird, but it works amazing, and it's what the tattoo artists recommend to me. So, that's what I'd recommend to you guys. It's worked a charm, it's done everything great for me. No complaints at all. Chat to your artist about aftercare. I mean, that's the best way to do it. The artist will know everything, you know, they will know much more than me. I'm just a guy who gets tattoos, you know, I'm not a tattoo expert, I don't claim to be. I've got 3 tattoos, yeah, so that I'm just sharing my experience. Get a good meal, have a good night's rest, don't take painkillers because they're thin your blood. Do your research. Don't bring a friend. It's your body. Might get judged, but if you're not, don't be bothered about that. If people are judging you, you really don't want them in your life. In all honesty, you really don't. What's another one? What have I said in this video? I'm good at YouTube. I've completely forgotten what I was saying. What am I even talking about? Yeah. You'll do great. It's gonna hurt, but when the moment you stand up from that tattoo bench chair thing, I don't really know what to call it. As soon as you stand up from that and look in the mirror, you'll know. You've made a good decision. It was like that with me with my first tattoo. I was very nervous. Getting my first tattoo, very nervous. But I stood up and looked in the mirror and thought, wow. And that's where the addiction started. And I'm now a disappointment to my parents. And I'm studying music, so I'm just headed. I'm on a one-way path to Disappointment Street. I wouldn't recommend that, but if you wanna join me on this path, that you are more than welcome. It's great. Tattoos, industry where there's no money. It's great. Anyway, got distracted. I think I just want to end this video by saying you'll do great. Don't worry too much. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just telling you things you need to know. It's really not that bad. You'll go, chances are the tattoo artist who's done it countless times will be able to reassure you. You know, that, I mean, I've only had one tattoo artist, but he's been great, you know. They're nice people. They're great people. They're there for you, and they're also there to make the experience as good for both of you as possible. Well, I mean you and the artist. So yeah, if you're getting your first tattoo, I'm a very small channel, so I like to interact with people. So say if you have you're getting a tattoo in a few days, feel free to drop me a message, send me a picture, and let me know how it goes. If you need any advice, you know, drop a comment, whatever. I'm here to help. But I just wanted to cover a few things. I've probably missed out a couple, but I just thought this little video could be helpful to some people who are getting their first tattoo. It's ended up being quite long. It's 15 minutes right now, but I just wanted to cover this. You know, it could really help somebody. Yeah. Have fun. Get something great. Look cool. Disappoint your parents. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.